So, like it or lump it, this is where we're at. So, antisocial behavior for or against people. And you can utilize this, especially if you take a database, you can map this. So, treat people who uncover our fraud or make us change. And this is usually with certain types of housing associations. Ha. Damage disrepair is the first stage. Deem the house as bad. What does that mean? Then maybe you might start suggesting all these people would better move into houses where people won't stay in antisocial behavior for long, especially if you choose not to do anything about the antisocial behavior. So you move people towards people who have antisocial behavior. Now, whether you have bought these people or whether you're using them in your system, very dangerous database. Should housing associations be allowed to police themselves? I don't think so. And then next is use audits. So in audits that housing associations use, they use two different type of companies. The first one is a bad reputation of a company. Therefore, this particular company, and if I was a housing association, I might even make these audit companies myself, wouldn't I? And the first one is a bad one. And what was this really for? To do a bad job and to also cover up. And then you use the second better reputation of the company to look good, basically keeping up appearances for others, tenants and other tenants to keep up appearances. And that's a very interesting thing. So I've walked this path and I've been with you, Saffron, for a number of years, back and forth. And back in the days, you were charging a service charge. This is what it boils down to. Not only was it the service charge that you did, it was also that I had someone from Stonham Housing with me, and they come round to look at the property with me, and we come round together. Now, Saffron assumed that this person was my partner. Anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. They assumed that person was my partner. They weren't, but I never corrected them, nor did anybody else for that matter. So they assumed that was my partner. When we were looking around at this particular house, the water tank was leaking and there was a leak underneath the kitchen sink. They said, don't worry about that. We know about it, but we're going to be getting onto it. The house had been empty for a month. That leak had been leaking for a month. Never mind that this was a block of flats and they had loads of other tenants underneath them. So that goes to show you something, that they couldn't give a shit about anybody else beneath them. That's interesting, really, isn't it? This thing had been left to leak. And I wonder what the last person moved away for. This particular person here came with me. And they made a note of all of these things that were said about Saffron and what they said that they were going to do. Anyway, long story short, I ended up moving into the house. It was all go. And from the situation, it was all a rush job. Did I check underneath here? No, because it was this person that identified it. Little time goes on, and this person comes back to my home to see how I'm settling in and wanted to check these particular areas because I hadn't checked it. And it was still leaking in both of these areas. This person here then phoned Saffron. Phoned Saffron Housing. And the receptionist, when she was calling in this repair, bitched at her. Literally, it was, she held the call back and she was like, I've never been spoken to like this by anyone. And the woman on the phone said, and who might you be then? This is Saffron Housing. And she said, I'm a link worker. Oh, we'll get on with those repairs and we will sort that out. Anyway, she had to call her manager because she didn't quite know what to really do about the whole situation of being spoken to like that. She wrote it into a report, I believe. That was the next stage. She was absolutely flabbergasted to have been spoken to like a piece of crap on the bottom of a shoe. And long story short, she had to chase the repair twice. 2 times. This had been chased 3 times in total. Saffron came out, fixed the one where the floor had started warping, It got that bad. The floor, this type of floor that's apparently indestructible. It's the same flooring that's here, so they probably tell people not to worry. It's not going to break. It won't fall through. Yeah, okay, the floor completely warped. They didn't really fix the floor. They left the floor. They left it. They didn't even remedy any of the water damage or anything else. Anyway, they managed to sort that one. It was still leaking, just not as fast. Whatever. And the one underneath the sink, in trying to fix it, they made the whole thing worse. Okay, so they had to come out again, and this time they were sighing towards me on the phone. Now that's an interesting thing. Long story short, there was a lot of water. It started seeping a little bit more so. The way it was positioned, it caused it to run along the pipe, which then it dripped at the back of the sink. They're always related at the back of the sink and water tanks. It's the irony of it. Anyway, they couldn't fix it correctly, and by this point, I had gone to see a doctor, and a doctor said, based on your health, I think it would be in the best interest that you probably get out of this building. Saffron then put me into a hotel. And while this was all kicking off, hotel. I was going to put my stuff in storage, but they promised me that they wouldn't, that they wouldn't go into the room where all of my things were in this very wet building. They've cost me a lot of money on the energy bill. They cost me quite a bit of money on a water bill. At the same time as this, they were taking a service charge. These very rude people. In the process of doing all of this, they came out to fix a water main. And for some particular reason, one of the workers at Saffron decided to drill, using a drill, through the wall to fix a water leak. Oof, plugged into the electricity, and there the person was, drilling into the wall, and they went and ruptured the whole water pipe. No peace of mind to turn off the water. No, not at all, right? And it's interesting, I had a lot of nerve pains at the time, and I think this was related on, I often laughed and joked that they were using nerve agents. Interesting. And now I'm here and I've got the nerve pains as well. Isn't that a funny thing? Interesting. Never mind that. When they did that, it nearly killed everybody that was doing this by drilling into a wall to try and fix a water leak. Fuck knows why. That's just what Saffron are like. And as a result of this, never mind that the water had already gone through other tenants' house, just how much they give a shit really, the water main then decided to rupture and it began pouring into all of the houses down below. Did they compensate? Did they fuck? Did they do anything to remedy it? Did they fuck? You know how they do it? Round the mouth and everything else. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. They probably blamed it on me, no doubt. And in this haste, they couldn't turn off the water main because they had no idea where it was. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that a fascinating thing? Come to fix a water main and you're using a drill. Never heard of any bullshit in my life. This is all true, documented down to every step of the detail. They had rummaged through my things. How amazing is that, right? We're not going to be looking through your stuff. Bullshit, liars. They were in my stuff. Nothing was how I left it. It was all rummaged through. In the process, I had to stay away even longer. They probably did it deliberate just to rummage through a few more bits of my things, really. In that, they had to bring out industrial heaters. Massive, whopping great big machines where they were heating off of the energy bill. But don't worry, we'll pay for that. Of course you will. Of course you will. They had all of this shit drying out everywhere. All my stuff was there. Can you believe that shite? If you've got contents insurance, that's the only way that we would ever be able to pay for any of this, but you don't have contents insurance. No, because I'm paying you a service charge and a fucking rent that seems to be extortionate. I don't even know if I could be able to cover my food bills at the end of the month, let alone be able to sort out fucking insurance. Oh, well, you see, our policy says that we're not allowed to pay for the damages that we did to your stuff. Fucking interesting, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? There you are, got to start again. Anyway, in the process of this, I was so angry at them, to be honest. And then there was the whole incident of people walking up the stairs And when I first moved around, they also said it in front of Stonham as well, that you have to clean the communal hallways. You have to do it. You have to clean it. Everybody here has to clean the communal hallways. Everyone here has to clean outside. Everyone here is responsible for all of this stuff here. What do you think you're paying a service charge for? For them to clean the communal hallways and maintain the area. Window cleaning, grass cutting, and also pay the cleaning fee of inside the block of flats, right? For a very good reason, because of all the stairs that are on there. This was probably the straw that broke the camel's back for me, that someone was using Pledge. Furniture polish, some cheap shit, I don't even know if it was Pledge, but still, it's a polish. So they're polishing the fucking stairs. Someone goes walking down the stairs, a lady that was visiting me, and went arse over tea kettle. Can you believe that I had my grandfather come up those stairs? Isn't that amazing? My granddad. Jesus fucking Christ. He could have killed my grandfather. This is amazing, isn't it? Almost killed a lady in this process, but you're just being so dramatic, aren't you? Dramatic. Why does it state that I have to pay a service charge to clean all of this stuff? Why do I have to clean it? What's a service charge for? Well, gaslight, quick, let's get the gaslight. Do you see this? That's not, the flame isn't getting bigger or smaller. No, that's you. That's you, these idiots, mate. Absolutely idiots. And this is what caused the bad blood with Saffron and myself. All of this. And then I decided to go around and tell other people, you should be getting your money back. Do you have to clean that? Yeah. Why do you cut the grass out here? Because they told me I had to do it. You live in a flat and you have a lawnmower? Well, yeah, because they told... What? What the actual fuck? Where do you keep it? In the cupboard? Oh, piss take. Absolute piss take. Here we are. And all of this stuff, probably just me being all of this. But no, it's also been recorded. It's been recorded, hasn't it? Wow, isn't this amazing? Anyway, I ended up moving away from this situation. Long story short, and I'm back with a Saffron house and the disrepairs. Because if you can bitch away over a service charge, if you can do this and cause leaks into everybody's houses, and when I walked back in the flats, the person at the bottom of the flat looked at me with a very, very pissed off look on their faces. And I was just like, ooh. I wonder what they said. Yeah, the top tenant, bit of a dirty bastard, probably. Yeah, of course, they're not going to take responsibility for any of their actions, are they? I already pissed them off by telling people about the service charge. And it was very refreshing to see Saffron come out in full force, cutting the grass, cleaning the hallway. Bloody hell, window cleaning. Shit me, it had never been done, had it? Oh my God, and clearing away all of the rubbish that everyone else was told to do. Interesting. Putting all of that good money, see them come in very quickly. But the lack of repairs, the lack of doing anything. Long story short, and what have we got? A leak in Bath. Apparently they were in here before moving in. That's why I couldn't move in straight away, because they had to fix the leak. It's leaking in 3 places with a massive build-up of limescale. Isn't that amazing? And I did a sweep beforehand. And then when I pointed this out to the person that comes and walks around your house, because they got to do that check just to make sure there are no repairs or problems, right? And the ceiling come off over there. But it's not leaking, is it? Is it? I don't know. What do you usually do when a tenant tells you that the ceiling has sort of come away in a certain area? What you ask them? Oh yeah, let me just check my tenant handbook really quickly. Ooh. Ask the yeah, it's right here in section bullshit 32. What we say is ask the tenant whether it's leaking. Well, dickhead, is it leaking? Well, I don't know. What would you say? Just ceilings usually fall apart like that, do they? It's not falling apart, it's just it's got wallpaper on it and it's broken. And you can see the old leak. They had decorators in here as well. But they had to fix that problem. That ain't been fixed. It's probably best that you actually change the piping, really, isn't it? Because there's a paper trail attached to that pipe. When did you fix it? What did you fix? 3 places. Water tank, that's also leaking. What am I supposed to do? Call this in? What, a bit like the gutter as well, really? And then you're hearing all of that antisocial behaviour going outside when they come to take the keys. Are you sure everything's okay? Are you sure everything's okay? Are you absolutely sure? Why do you keep asking me the same question? You come in to take the keys or what? Which no doubt cost me a lot of money because the person that was supposed to take the keys didn't bother turning up, did they? And then what? Was I charged a little bit more, was I? That's fucking interesting. Money, fucking money, innit? Cut back. You got to simply read. Money's too tight to mention, right? And then we're going to have an audit come in from a bad company. Why do you use two companies? I'm an observant little fucker, I am. I really am. Why does one side have good cop and this side has bad cop when we look at the reviews? And I looked at the reviews on that company. I only assume that they went there. They parked right outside there. Give that a quick Google. Only got quite a few good reviews, actually thousands of them. But this other company that you wanted, this Morgan someone to come to me, the worst reviews ever. To the point where they were almost killing people on Trustpilot. Now, whether that is all blown out of proportion, who knows? Who knows? I took a screen recording of it. If you want, I'll upload that for you and you can have a look at that. The contrast. Then we mentioned something about antisocial behaviour, but, well, you see, if your daughter was going to school, well, you see, if you perhaps got a job, well, perhaps if you got, it can be any reason as to why we're not going to do that, isn't it? Antisocial behaviour. Any reason you like. Oh, I got some outcomes in a hat here. None of them benefit you, but still, we got outcomes in a hat. Raffle number 378. Okay, look in my little handbook. Yeah, it says in this excuse book, structured of how to run a business into the ground. this, and this. And it's a weird thing, isn't it? So what are we paying all this money for? Probably for all of the housing association to take all the vans home. We'll pay for that wear and tear. You're welcome. You're welcome. Where did I notice this sort of behaviour before, hey? Where have I noticed this before? This weird behaviour. Gee me. Maybe the people should start policing themselves. Don't go to court. Come here. We'll do it in the public. We'll have a quick court decision, shall we? Since you're allowed to police yourselves, maybe we can police ourselves too, right? And deem what's necessary. Now, whether people in this situation have been paid off, or that sounds like a lot of money to me. Oh, I don't know if I want to pay for that. What's the outcome for this? Well, what is that? And an interesting thing, what did the last person move away for? And the last person, did they ever report any leaks? Because that looks like that's been going for quite a while, doesn't it? Runs into the light, interesting. It's been fixed, apparently. Of course it fucking has. And the one in the water tank, of course it fucking has. Gutter leaking? Well, you know, see, the thing is that we just don't know where the gutterer is. Probably up a ladder, cleaning gutters somewhere. Just point it out to you. So it might take a little bit of time. Right. So they'll just turn up. It's in your capable hands then. 1 year later. And it's all pissing into the fact. And this is an increase in the rent is 780 or is it 60? £760 per month. And now we can no longer evict. How do you evict people? Let me give you a step-by-step process brought to you from Saffron. Come on, Saffy. Come on, big Staffy. Is this where we're at, is it? Come on, tell me, is this where we're at? I feel like I'm Guy Fawkes to your little crap empire-y type shit. And then, you know, we'll have a look at some failing companies around the world, shall we? Richard Branson and Virgin Cola, Virgin Planes, Virgin everything. Does anyone want to buy a company that's not working? Anyone? No? That's odd. Fucking hell. Should we sell you a load of council houses? We're skint. You're fucking skint. Yes. People are paying rent, but we're skint. Does anyone want to buy this off us? It's failing. Oh, fuck me. They turned that around pretty well, didn't they? And there's no repercussions on this. None at all. You buy a failing company, and it seems to be making millionaires, doesn't it? Per year. Seems to be paying all of the board members. God, you guys literally suck. It's unbelievable. Look at it. Look at this. It's fraud. Got fraud. Extortion. This is extortionate. The biggest playbook of bullshit. You've got good and bad. Look at that. We write laws on things. And what about past leaks? So there was a past leak here. Yeah, apparently. You come out to fix it. So why didn't you take care of the mold that's growing on there? I don't know if we're going to spell it like that. We've got to put a U in there. Why didn't you take care of the mold? You just painted over it. I thought that's not how you do it after that little boy that died. Cool. That's interesting, isn't it? Cool. You're making our country look really bad, aren't you? So a little boy died as a result of this, and there's many more. Many fucking more. Weakened immune system and all the rest of it. But no, we won't do anything about the mold. We'll just paint over it, right? That's where you can see it. But where you can't see it, oh, we'll let that shit build up. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. There's more limescale in there. I'm tempted to sell it back to Anglian Water. Did you want to put this back into the water supply? I got lots of limescale from your taps if you want it back. You know, I could build you... It's a shame we don't still use chalkboards. I might as well write the equation with the very fucking limescale I'm getting from there. I think it's chalk, actually. I think it's chalk because apparently it stops the spiritual awakening, doesn't it? Cool, we got a water company working really well. Self-sealing pipes? Fucking hell. If only that would be the thing. Got crystals growing from the pipes where it's leaking. How long do you think it takes to do that? And I haven't used the bath here. We used the shower twice, maybe. Must have been a birthday thing, yeah? But other than that, been washing in a sink. Military style. All of us. Can you imagine all of that bad bacteria that's gone down there? Somebody else's. Ooh. Oh my God, let's put some politicians in this house to see how long it takes before you shapen this shit up. Let's put someone really special in here. Let's make the CEOs and the board members live here in this. See how quickly it remedies. Wow, equality. Ooh, where? Equality. Ooh, good cop, bad cop. Read technique. This smells like twins. Good twin, bad twin. Wow, that's amazing. So what happened to the remedy of clearing away hazardous substance, neurotoxins and everything else? Never mind the one over there that you painted over. But why was there all of this brick dust everywhere? What's all this dust around the place when I moved in? I've got samples of it, but what is it? You know, just what were you fixing that caused that much dust in every single fucking room? Every room, this really weird dust everywhere. It's under the fucking stairs. It was everywhere, all over the fucking floor. What is it? It's like some sort of chalk. It's like really bad. It was everywhere. Artex, was it? Artex. Gonna guess it's Artex, yeah? Don't worry. Don't you worry. Hush your little asses. We have got all of it. We collected all of it up, by the way. And we've saved it. We've saved it for you just in case that might be Artex and you're going to have a bit of a hard job explaining how the fuck that managed to get everywhere. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Really are people power, aren't we? Wow. And the council? Bloody hell. What are we supposed to do? Beg for your environmental health to come back? Jesus Christ. Yeah, right. Another assassination attempt, is it? Is it assassination? Ooh, could be, couldn't it? Water, electrics, mould and antisocial behaviour. Oh, come on. What is this? Eviction without giving an eviction notice. See how much we can push people through. And then what happens if I leave from here? Do I give you the way of evicting? Fuck me, that law lasted long, didn't it? Look at that law. Oh, no Section 21s, but we will definitely up the rent by £25 per month. Every year. Come on. Don't I sort it out for you? What, someone where money means nothing, you've got stacks of gold, and you think that that's affordable? Yeah. Interesting. And it must keep up with the Bank of England interest rate. That's fascinating of what the house is worth. What good is a house when it's had nothing but leaks run through it? How many floors have you got to fix? What about the walls? It's getting expensive, really, isn't it? Wouldn't you say so? Because you haven't cleaned it away properly. And is that bacteria in there? Am I right to assume that the last person was having showers, washing away all of their... Fucking hell, I could DNA test everybody from the last tenants, couldn't I? I mean, I wonder whether I've got any of those samples. I mean, that's interesting, isn't it? Be a bit of a hard job to explain how I've got previous tenants' DNA inside there. Wouldn't that be a bit of a funny thing? Oh, that would be hard to prove that. Well, we come in, we cleaned it all away, and we did a really good job. That's why we couldn't move you in here very quickly. And you mean to tell me that the previous tenant must have a spare key, but I changed all the fucking locks. Must have come in here, took a quick shower and then left, yeah? Seems a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? Interesting. How would their DNA be here? And assuming that they've washed all of that stuff off of their body, man, I can analyse that back all the way down to the perfumes they use. Isn't that interesting? But apparently you cleaned it away. Starting to come unstuck a little bit here, Safi. What are you going to do? Ooh, big Staffy. Come on. What are you going to do? Are you going to lie your way out of this one? I think we're uncovering something here a little bit. Well, we understand that you don't care about people and you're trying to convince everyone that it's just me. And I bet you've believed a load of bullshit as well, ain't you? I bet you have. I think I know where this is coming from. But still, your choice to continue this. Oof. And I felt that straight away. And you use desperation for people. Yeah, nothing quite like weaponizing a system, really, innit? Oh dear. This is really starting to grow into a mountain. Wouldn't it be easy just to walk away? But no, pride won't let you. Come on, back to the line. Look at this, and the law. Now, somewhere along the line, politicians, you got to look at it. It's either a waste of time writing those laws, and it's a mockery of the justice system, isn't it? It's a mockery of MPs as well, isn't it? Bit like the Housing Act, yeah? You know, how much they listen to that shit. They didn't listen to a word of it. And somewhere along the line, don't you think this is going to affect people? People are going to start thinking about this. What's the point? What's the point in writing laws to protect people against mold and they won't abide to it? What's the point in writing laws at all about evictions? What is it? MPs write it in and someone else somewhere else is sort of unpicking it. Wow, that's amazing. That's fucking fascinating. I find this fascinating. This is a fascinating process, really. What part of kids do you give a shit in this situation? Children? What part of kids, after all? And what type of memory is that you're shitting on? Oof. The little boy loses his life. And then there are laws put in, and yet this is still happening. Now more covert, right? More covert. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And mental health. Oof. Self-policing. Oof. Why should any of us listen to it? Anyone seen the bigger picture here? Oh yeah, I better get this video probably shut down, right? Because it's not truthful. None of it's truthful. Even though I can prove the receipts, but still, we don't want to publish this anywhere because, it's easier to call someone a liar in this process. And then the eviction thing, protection against eviction. Oof. Fucking hell, you didn't wait long for that ink to dry, did you? And with this behaviour, I can apply this to many companies now. Many companies. Wow, that's interesting. Is this counterintelligence, is it? You know, well, how many board meetings did it take? Damn, you're going to have to go back to the fucking whiteboard now, aren't you? Or chalkboard. Or your little hushed groups somewhere. You know, and your little scandals of money. Oh, heaven forbid we wake people up, really, isn't it? So yeah, justice system. That's a bit of a mockery, that, isn't it? MPs, bit of a mockery, really, isn't it? And if I were a politician, fucking hell, and I made a political party, cool, I got a lot to learn, really, ain't I? You guys are so deceptive, it's unbelievable. And how much you care about children. And let's have it right. Let's have it right. What if someone's dangerous driving? You're going to let them have the car, yes? Going to write all of the laws and we're just going to be like, come on, we know you may have killed some kids with this neglect and everything else, but have the car back, come on. No? You're going to take it off them, aren't you? You're going to remove it. And what about these houses? Interest rate What about insurance companies then? Where do you sit in this? Landlord's insurance. Are you going to be paying for this shit when the building all falls down? Which then allows them to wreck even more. And have you seen the ones in the town here? Fucking hell, Saffron, you did well with those, didn't you? Look at that, empty houses. People are crying out for houses, can't get enough houses, but you let those ones go to wreck and ruin. And then, let me guess, you tell the insurance company it was the tenants. How do you keep a straight face with that? And then, where are surveyors to go and have a look around to find out whether that's a tenant issue or whether that's because they failed to do repairs, which then got them moved out because they get more money, because all they care about is money. And if they're frauding people, why are they not frauding the insurance companies? Which then bumps up insurance for everybody else. Makes more laws for people who are trying to get into the market. Just becomes not worth it. Because it becomes too expensive. And then they get to prance around in their little ivory towers, don't they? And then how many others housing associations are doing this? Yeah, you got that bit right, didn't you? The ha. You might as well put a D on there. Oh yes, because you've been at. And what else can we do if we don't do anything about antisocial behaviour? Well, we're then going to make the rich in the area leave the area. And why are they going to leave? What are you going to do? Grab their houses as well? Is this it? So that it lowers the value of the area. Their houses go on the market. They get a very shit deal for it. And then you're going to be like little fucking kings, aren't you? We'll buy those. But because of all the antisocial behaviour that we created, because we did nothing about it, oh dear, people are going to be at a loss. And then the rich are going to hate the poor. Because the rich are always picking on our lot. Are they? Are they though? Are you sure? Seems to me that you let these people pick on the rich. It seems to me. It's funny because you lot are all rich, aren't you? Oh, that's interesting. Fuck me, mate. 1.5 million, is it? Woo. How'd you manage to get that off the lowest people in the society and still allow them to take the vehicles home? That's interesting. Wear and tear, diesel. Go on, take it home. Go on, run the risk. That'll bump up the insurance. If anyone does steal it from your property, we'll just cash in off the insurance. The mugs. Ooh. Fuck me. We'll put all of the CCTV around a building where we no longer deal with cash, just to keep that nice and secure. But you can take all the vans. Well, that's higher risk, isn't it? Who's going to pay for that? Well, of course, it will be the millionaires at the top of the company. Yeah, where do they get their money from then? Oh, the most poorest people in society, it would seem. Cash cows. Now that is a fascinating process. So, are the vans being broken into, or do criminals just go for empty vans? Which is fucking fascinating to me. Whew. Interesting. Then what? The rich leave because of the antisocial behaviour. And then they leave from a house that might have been at 700 quid. And because it's limited to £25 per month increase over a year, 12 months, that house now might be worth something like 850, right? So what's the best thing to do? Antisocial behaviour makes the person leave because there's no point fighting it, so they feel hopeless with the society and the system, and there's another variable in society for you lot to do something about, right? Slap them down. They move and you move somebody else in for 850. Cool, man, this is making money. So now the rich on one side who let the house have got a very good deal going, ain't they? If these people leave for a little bit, we get to maybe keep their deposit, which I doubt it. But we can move those out, right? And now we can charge it at this much rather than £725 a month now. Because that's a bit slow, isn't it? It's got poo-poos on it. Now we can just take it at 850, then plus another 25. 875, no doubt. That's interesting. Moneymaker. Fucking right. And then if you move someone out in this house, well, we get to push the price up on this house. What does 760 look like? Oh, well, it's so slow, isn't it? Oh, we could kill like 2 vampires with like 1 steak here. We can move those away, and then we can move these ones away, and then maybe we can move this one up a little bit as well. Ooh, 775 for this one. We'll still call it social housing even though it isn't. It's private rented. Did you know social housing caused the biggest bad of repairs? And then these people that maybe they're on benefits, on the bennies, interesting. Now the rich people that moved away from these people who are on benefits, and we're all being tarred with one brush, aren't we? That's interesting, isn't it? Everybody now, because not everybody is antisocial. You know, there are certain types of people with mental health problems and they don't make anybody else's life difficult. Why? Because their life is already difficult, dealing with a mental health problem. And usually mental health that fits this, it usually is suicide. They go inwards. They don't take it out on the world, they go inwards. I guess that's one good thing for Safi as well, isn't it? But it's funny how the loudmouth ones seem to get very far in society, don't they? Wow. And now this person that moved away, well, they got to pay extra, ain't they? And then what about people that are buying their houses? Can they even get out of their houses? Has the mortgage rate gone up, has it? Wow, we seem to be making a lot of money here. So private rented, mortgage companies, and the little social housing. Oh my days, this seems like a money maker, doesn't it? So the private rented can't deal with social housing. Social housing can't deal with this way. Fuck me, this seems like a fix, doesn't it? We got government writing laws, which we pay a tax for, and MPs that we pay a tax for. And we also pay a tax for these to be self-policed, to do nothing about these individuals that seem to be killing the DWP. Oh, look at that. We're getting rid of benefits as well. Oh my days, DWP. That will be gone because it will get a bad reputation. Cool. Nothing quite says rig a system like rig a system. Look at me without saying it and show me how you're going to rig a system. God, I love working you lot out. I love it. I bet you're squirming, aren't you? You're probably not. Not yet. Not yet. And then we'll make another ghetto. Eh? Let's move people away from Abbey Farm. Let's knock it to the ground. Why? So you can build shitter houses on it. Ooh. So we can move people away. And then it's going to have to leave only antisocial people in this area, which then is going to up the crime ratio. Slowly but surely it begins to climb. And then the police are like, we just don't know what we're fucking doing anymore. Nipping it in the bud would probably be a better idea. Don't you think the cops always say we've got better things to be doing, which they do, than dealing with this shit, because this should already be dealt with. And then who should really be dealing with this? But we can't come and listen, we can't come and watch, we might turn a blind eye, we might actually use these to exacerbate it as soon as the other ones start responding to it or cause an explosion. Oh, we still get what we want at the end of the day, don't we? We move the people out that see us for fraud. Anyone that pissed us off and took money from us, we will show them. Woo. Yeah, if I was a government, that's an interesting thing to ask, isn't it? If I were a government, you lot would never get away with this, ever. Because you've got to see it first, haven't you? And if I was a government advisor as well, because, don't stop at me. Please. Ask the ones that are already in power. And yes, I understand that rich people, that it matters about your income, really. It really doesn't. If you're going through that, that should never be allowed to happen. And I don't love you or hate you, or maybe you're Marmite to me, either or. Sometimes I like it, and sometimes I don't. That's just the way I am with Marmite. It's two-faced, but so am I with the product. Come on. For the rich? Nah. I understand where you're coming from. I feel you. And also, people who are poor, who just want to get on. I also feel you too. A shame, really, that a few rotten apples go to knock down the social structure, because social housing got knocked down, didn't it? Cool, how many millionaires are we making? Go on, off of taxpayers' money. Ooh, what are we going to do with all this taxpayers' money next, that when we get rid of DWP? Cool, what are we going to do with all that tax money? Fucking hell, you're already spending it. It's burning a hole in your ass already. Look at that, social housing, look at it. It's not social housing. Let's just stop calling it social housing, because it isn't. It's private housing, isn't it? Private rented. This is private rented. God, how the hell did you manage to give away that many houses? Oh, next time I see a fucking a buying and selling place, you know, fucking repossess the house, and what are we going to do with it? I have no idea. We can't sell it. We can't rent it out. What are we going to do? Should we sell it to Saffron? Yeah. Yeah, they've got enough money during a recession, during everything else where the markets are crashing. They have more than enough money in their piggy bank. Not sure what type of job they all did to earn all of this many houses, but yeah, let's give it to them. Yeah. Could you imagine if they fucking run prisons? Shit, me, everyone would come out, enjoy your stay. We did. Here's a knife. Here's a gun. Here's a society. Welcome back. Well, go on. Interesting. Maybe if you stop going for the poor people that didn't do anything about their fate, and the world has got this way, where working people also need to be able to go in this as well in some aspects, because, well, you lot are not really giving out much money, are you? Oh, that's interesting. What about prisoners? Ooh, yeah, won't go with those. But you will pit the rich against the poor, though, won't you? Oh, yeah, you will allow the rich to attack the DWP and then ask, what the fuck are we paying a tax for? Because that's what they're thinking. And you make them move away because all you lot give a shit about is your money. Not people, just the money. And there we are. So as soon as those laws are written, they've already schemed away. What come first? The scam? And what? Someone behind the scenes was like, yo, if you do this like this, I'm going to write the laws like this, all right? Come on, gentry, you know, you can stick with me. Come on, didn't I steal all of the money off of the people? I didn't. I took the land, and didn't I steal it from the people and then sell it to all you lot? You did. I got you back. But we're going to make it look, because illusions are the thing here, okay? We're going to make it look like we're doing something. All right? Okay? Just like we got to make people look like they're earning money inside your factory. You know, it's fucking pointless. All right? We stick them in pointless jobs, you know? Illusion? Fucking right. What came first? The laws? All right, you write these laws for me. And this is how we're going to get out of it. This is the plan, okay? Don't worry, I got you. I got you. I've never let you down before, have I? You need me, told you. Not beheading us back in the day. That was a real good move, that was. And you, if you write this, you also get to... You get to shine your ego. We get to shine yours, and I get to shine mine. Look how much of a hero I am. Let's call it what it is. Stop attacking one another. Don't attack this. And these? Well... if you're in this and you know you're in this and you're just an all-round prick with this and using that as an excuse, you then give people who have disabilities or anything else a very bad name, and that's horrible. That should be frowned upon. And you lot all let it, don't you? You do. And the people with money? Well, they just get to fuck off then. And then what are we going to turn Wyndham into then? What are we going to turn all these areas into? We're going to make little ghettos, right? And then we're going to move rich people with rich people, which then we make the nicer places. And then a few good people lost in these antisocial behaviour places are then locked in, aren't they? It's all right, because we can do psychological experiments on these, get loads of data, get them right. Ooh, it's like chess, but with people. Come on. Absolutely insane. Look at it. Look at that. That's where I reckon it is. Yeah, if I had to guess it. And then you write the laws because, look, someone died. Look, in order to fucking put out the flames here, look, you don't actually have to listen to this, but we're going to put these laws out. You remember, like, the Housing Act? Oh, of course you do. Well done. You understand. You do. Just like that. Just ignore the Housing Act. Ain't fuck all they can do about it anyway. But what if they take it to court? We own them? Oh, of course. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And maybe there are some courts that want to do a good job. Maybe not. Maybe there are some MPs that want to do a real good job. But we all seem to be getting fucking smoke blown up our asses. We might as well just aim our asses together and blow little smoke rings. You know? And oh God, it's getting foggy in here. Good, delusions work well with fog. I shouldn't laugh at this, but there you are. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. So I just wanted to touch upon that. Just clean out the clutter. There you are, Big Safi. There you are. Oof. What a money maker. Follow the money, because it seems to be that. Yeah. And now we've got auditing companies, the ones that are going to take the fall. These ones. Don't worry, we'll deal with that. We'll get rid of these bad companies. See, look. Douche. That was your job. That's what you were paid for. Come on, look. Wow. What a world. What a world. We the people. We the people who are awake that see this, then we can change society. And I got to ask one more question on this. One more question. So we're building houses, right? We make them wafer thin. Look at that for a wall. Look at that. Listen to that. Okay, right, mate. We go from building very thick churches, yeah? But how are we going to look important, said the gentry. How are we going to look really important? Well, I tell you what. We'll make the walls really thin. We'll stick them all together, right? You know how island folk are. Yes, we do. They're very bitchy. They don't get on very well, do they? We'll make the walls really thin. And then we'll make a problem. Gotcha. And then we'll shine you up, my friend. And you can go in and fix the problem. And you get to dominate. You love dominating and controlling people, don't you? Yeah? But how would I know which one's who's who? Well, that's the beauty of it, my friend. You get to pick anyone you want. Just pick a side, any side. It's like picking cards, right? Pick a card, any card. Come on. And you can get in there and you can look good at the same time. Go on, go do us a good job. Go do us proud. As opposed to building houses where they weren't so thin, it wouldn't really cause much of a problem. Oh, fucking fixing societies is what I do. Not fixing it as in rigging it. Although I could do that as well. I could really do that well. But I won't. I won't, because it causes a problem. Too much of a problem in the long run. If you get fucking found out, cool. The stress of this. Now I see why CEOs get stressed out. Because if anyone ever found out how corrupted you lot were, should we put that person there? We've got to have someone in the middle of this company. I'm going to be a board member and I'm going to hide in the shadows, right? When shit gets deep, I'll jump out. Still be a corrupted bastard. No one gets to change me if I work in the shadows, do they? Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here because if not, it will get even more crazier if this is craziness. But I don't think it is. Bloody hell. How much do you care about kids? Not much. That you can knowingly do that to people. Why? Maybe because of this stuff. Got to kick that person down. Oh, chosen ones in your little empires. Look, the person's going to be doing free advertising for you. You know that bad publicity is always good publicity. Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't know about that. I don't know. Oh, little orbs. Oh, look, there's loads of ghosts everywhere. Lots of them.